So it's kind of funny how literally Meta just dropped their conference after the Apple event, and then after I just got done reviewing about the Ray-Ban Metas. In this video, we're going to be talking about the event itself, and also how I feel about the event, and also we're going to be talking about the devices. What's up, everybody? My name is Elijah, and I talk about tech and all things tech. Sometimes I like to sprinkle a little bit of lifestyle within it as well. If you haven't yet, please leave a like. Also, if you dislike, please hit that dislike as well, because all feedback is good feedback. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video about upcoming devices and also about the Meta event itself. So first, let's go ahead and briefly talk about the Meta Connect event. So the Meta Connect was just nothing but an event where Meta just shows off their devices and their up and coming devices. At that, their devices, in my opinion, was a whole lot better compared to the Apple event. Way more personalized, and it wasn't perfect. Just based off the glitches and the hitches that the device had, it showed how everything is just not perfect, and that's what I loved about this event. It just shows that Meta is confident with the team on the adaptation and the updates they would have for their devices. Because yes, nothing's perfect, but anything could be fixed, anything could be updated. So let's go ahead and just get straight into the devices. So Oakley Vanguards are basically for the athletic to sportsy type of feel type of individuals. Yes, you can wear them for just GP, because I know a bunch of people who just wear Oakleys just to wear Oakleys, not for athletic purposes at all. But the services that this thing kind of has is meant for those type of people. If you're a runner, you only ran 2 miles the day before, and then the next day you ran for 10 miles. The glass is able to track that. So since you ran that long, it would say, oh my goodness, you have reached a certain milestone. It will literally capture that photo or that video of you reaching that milestone. And not many devices do that, but you understand what I'm getting at, right? Because this, like I said, is meant for the athletic sportsy individuals. If you're going to wear them for general purposes, that is totally fine, because I know a bunch of people who just like the glasses by itself. It's not even like for the sports, it's just the glasses themselves is really cool to them. So that is, you know, very understandable. So let's go ahead and just get into the specs of things. The camera has a 12 megapixel action camera, 122 ultra wide field of view lens that can record up to 3K at 30 frames per second, and it also has a slow motion that records up to 720 pixels at 120 frames per second. The battery life is up to 9 hours of typical usage. The device has an open ear speaker that are louder compared to earlier Oakley Metas, and you still have that water and dust resistant as well. And these devices are going to be sitting at around $500 to $479, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. So yes, these are pretty much just the updated version of the original Oakley Metas, but in my opinion, they're a whole lot better because they are focusing on the sportsy individuals who usually do buy these Oakleys. But let's go ahead and get to the next device, and the next device is going to be the Ray-Ban Metas 2nd generation. So basically nothing crazy new. So let's go ahead and just go straight to the specs, because like I said, there's nothing totally new. But the Gen 2 lasts up to 8 hours under typical usage, which is nearly double what Generation 1 offered. You can get up to 50% charge in about 20 minutes, so fast charging. You also have an improved camera, now includes 3K Ultra HD with ultra wide HDR up to 60 frames per second. And also now they have a conversation focus feature. So basically, let's just say that you're in New York and it is very loud and you have an individual who's talking in front of you, but you can't hear them. For example, it will focus directly on that individual's voice. It will cancel out all the outside noise, and it will only take in what's in front of you. Like I said in my other video, I was able to hear perfectly fine with just the regular Ray-Bans, but having the conversation focus is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I actually do like that. How they expand their live translation. But like I said, not a lot, but thing is, in my Ray-Ban review videos, they definitely did everything that I wanted it to do. And one of them was to increase the battery, right? The battery was not that good. I thought it was, it just wasn't good, right? And the only thing they didn't do was up the capture time. Right now, it's still at 3 minutes, and I didn't see any research on that they increased the time limit. And hopefully they can increase it to like at least 10 minutes or 5. I don't know. Increase the time limit, Ray-Bans or Meta. The last device I really want to talk about during this Meta event, and honestly, this right here is what I I really wanted these glasses to be. The Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, I swear to you not, I think this is taking it to the next level. So before I get into the specs of things, basically what these Ray-Ban display Meta glasses are supposed to do is just display everything within your glasses, right? If you want to FaceTime, you're able to FaceTime call and also see the screen on your Meta glasses. If you want to text, you can see everything within your glasses on display on your glasses. If you wanted to see the music you're playing and see how you're communicating with Meta AI, you would see the conversation within your Meta glasses. If you wanted to move certain things, you wanted to toggle how you wanted to turn up your Meta glasses, you can do that as well. Because with these glasses, now you will have a neural wristband. So with that neural wristband, you can actually do a lot of the controls with your hands, with certain gestures, of course, because it responds based off kind of just more so what's going on in your wrist, because you have certain muscle in your wrist that makes certain movements based off certain gestures. This thing is phenomenal, and oh my gosh, yeah, it's starting at $800, and honestly, I truly do want this device. But let's go ahead and get straight into the specs of things. So the glasses have an integrated display in the right lens off to the right side, not full overlay, with a resolution of 600 by 600 pixels and 20-degree field of view. It also has a refresh rate of 90 gigahertz. And though often it can dip down to 30 gigahertz, the device also has a camera, a 12 megapixel camera that includes a 3-time digital zoom for viewfinder photos and videos. The device also has an open ear microphone, so you still have that open ear microphone. It has a total charge of 30 hours with the case. But the natural usage is 18 hours without the case. So without the case, you can have it charged and going for 18 hours. But the battery life itself with the glasses is up to 6 hours. But with the case, it's up to 30 hours. So it's a little bit different. So yeah, like I said, everything's a little bit different with the charging, but it's mixed, right? So with the research I was able to gather, it's very mixed. It's not straightforward. So, but that's all I had to talk about this MetaConnect. I really did like this event. I really hope you guys like this event. Let's go ahead and talk about it in the comments. How do you guys feel about it? You know, are you going to get these glasses? I really hope so, because literally this right here is changing the game in my opinion. But that's all I had. You know, I truly do, you know, really appreciate what Meta has been doing lately, and I think it's going to just go forward from here. But see you guys later. Peace.